I'd like to quickly speak to a case of conscience, and that is whether or not it is morally right or wrong, or theft, according to the Ten Commandments, thou shalt not steal, to play music on a radio station. Okay, is that theft to play music on a radio station? I've been, um, taking the liberty of playing songs on my Wesley Gospel Radio before I do a podcast sometimes. And um, while I would never advocate the idea of ripping CDs, I think that you should purchase a CD if you're going to, um, you know, support a band or a group. You should purchase the CD. You should purchase the album, so that the money will go to the record label. Um, Radio stations have been playing music for as long as radio's been around, and that's never qualified as theft, provided that the radio station is following the laws of copyright with regard to the playing of music. So I looked into this recently. The group is called ASCAP. ASCAP. ASCAP.com. Music licensing for websites and mobile apps. The rule is, if you're on YouTube, you do not need an ASCAP license for music that is played on your YouTube channel. So this is not considered theft according to music licensing. If it's on YouTube, it's another story. However, if it's on a broadcast, on an actual radio station, but if you go to fill out the form, it'll tell you, no, you're okay at YouTube. YouTube has worked out a deal with ASCP, copyright deal, in which it's AI'd itself to the point where if you run across a song that is not authorized to be free and open, then you're not allowed to play it on a YouTube channel. So, for example, I tried to create a podcast with Ozzy Osbourne's song, Perry Mason. And I got a reaction from YouTube that said, no, this is blocked. You can't. Okay. And then there are numbers of other songs where it's permitted, but will be blocked in Russia because of our problems with Russia recently. And then there are other songs where it's fully permitted. So it just depends upon the song. I think it would be right to say that the only way you can really know that is to rip the song and put it into your podcast, put it through YouTube, and see what kind of copyright reaction you get from it in your content folder. And then if you get a block, then just remove it. I mean, I don't know any other way to do it, but you have to take it on a song by song basis. But ASCAP is the rule on theft or permission with YouTube channels and music, and that's how I feel about it. I do not, however, like the idea. I think Spotify has just about ruined the music industry, honestly. It used to be the case that you could go to record stores and there would be tons and tons of CDs that you could shop around at. And now people are just on Spotify all the time. I think that's pretty silly. People aren't even getting cases or lyrical booklets anymore. But yeah, that's how I deal with the case of conscience, the copyright thing. I always look at my YouTube content column to see if the copyright's A-okay. Otherwise, who wants to get into a lawsuit over a song you like? I mean, that's not even worth it. Also, songs are poetry. So, in keeping with Wesleyanism, oftentimes Wesley would quote secular poetry in his sermons, and in order to lay deeper impressions on people's minds about the subject being spoken about. God bless out there. This is John with WesleyGospel.com.